There are a lot of reasons to be anxious these days. Lots of news are coming at us from different sources. We might be far from our families and loved ones, or anxious about our jobs and financial stability. It's a huge change of what our lives were before the quarantine, and understandably there is a lot of anxiety surrounding it. Right now, instead of going to work, we might be working from home or not working at all. We might be spending more time with our partner at home, and we need to figure out the dynamics of how it's gonna work. And we might not be even able to go out depending on where we are in the world. These are a lot of changes at the same time, and that all can cause a lot of stress and anxiety. So how do we manage our stress level and our anxiety during the quarantine and maintain our mental health? Does this scenario sound familiar to you? You wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is to grab your phone to check the news, and then check more news and more news. And here we go down the rabbit hole that makes us stressed first thing in the morning. And it's understandable we reach for the news because we're scared of uncertainty, so we feel like if we know the news, we are gonna be in control of the situation, which is not the case. On the opposite, we are getting even more stressed. So instead, move your phone away from your nightstand and place there a book or a journal, so that when you wake up, you're not dumping a whole lot of anxiety and stress on yourself. One news article a day is more than enough. This might be hard for some of us stuck inside for days, but I can assure you there are always the ways to get some air. If you have a small garden, it's time to get outside and plant some things. If you can go for the walk, do it. If you cannot go for a walk, you can at least open the window and sit on the balcony and enjoy your day or your evening. Fresh air and nature are great de-stressors that help to release stress and anxiety. Attempting my daily sport activity. Today it's pretty cold, so this time it's actually walking. Walking is good for your fresh air and some movement. Let's do it. And if you're not walking yet or you don't have space where to walk, just go out on your balcony if you have one, or as simple as that, just open the windows and in your apartment and enjoy the fresh air coming in. Connecting with others and sharing your experience is a great way to release stress and also get that big hug, that big support that you need. You might be away from your loved ones, but there are always the ways to connect. Was there a friend that you wanted to catch up for a while with, but never had time to do it? It's a great opportunity to reach out and check how they're doing. Call your parents or grandparents to see how they're doing, or organize online dinners. And if your partner is around, spend some quality time together, like board games. Self-care helps us to release the stress that is imposed by the world from the outside, and it can be both mental and physical. Something as simple as writing down what you're grateful for can put a positive spin on your day. I'm personally using a gratitude journal, which I feel makes me look out for great things in my life, even when everything seems to be going to pieces. I also love stretching and doing gentle yoga to feel the balance and flow in my body. I'm usually feeling very grounded and relaxed after my sessions. Other things that you can add to the list are things like taking a nice bubble bath with candles, or enjoying a cup of tea in silence, or allowing yourself some time to read. It's easy to get overwhelmed when everyone seems to be accomplishing so much during the quarantine. There are people who are doing online workouts, and people who are doing IG live sessions, and people who are taking classes, and. But you know what? It's perfectly okay to not push yourself during this time and do absolutely nothing. Sometimes I just honestly want to lay down in my pajamas with my book or a good movie and do nothing. And that's exactly what I do. The key here is not to feel guilty about not being as productive or accomplishing as many things as someone else. We all need our quiet moments, and it's totally fine to enjoy them to the fullest.